You may have noticed an uptick in prices, and I mean, how could you not?
UT10's Tiara Medley spoke with an economist. She joins us now live in the newsroom. Tiara, why is this happening?
Economists say prices are on the rise for a couple reasons. For starters, people's incomes are slowly getting back to normal, so they're attaining more money to go out and spend on supply, but the supply hasn't returned to how it was in 2018 and 2019, right? As you might have noticed, there's shortages everywhere. There's also the issue of panic buying. People expect inflation, so they go out and buy commodities in bulk, and everyone buying the same items in bulk causes the prices for those items to rise. When you get your bill at a restaurant or your grocery receipt, you might notice that prices are a little higher than you're used to. And that goes for gas prices as well. Prices are up because of supply and demand. During 2020, you often saw shortages in the form of empty shelves in some of your favorite stores. Stimulus checks were also allocated, which increased the consumer's demand for goods and services. Dr. Michael Dowd is the Associate Professor of Economics at the University of Toledo and says a self-fulfilling prophecy is what's playing a huge part in the inflation.
You have to also combat the expectation factor. If people just start to expect higher and higher inflation, that by itself will cause higher and higher inflation because people will act in a way to try to protect themselves from the higher prices.
You saw that in the form of people buying goods like toilet paper in bulk. According to Dowd, the inflation for consumer prices has jumped from around 2% this time last year to almost 6%. For producer prices, the prices that businesses pay in order to produce goods and services, has soared about 8.5%.
Businesses will have little choice but to pass on those increased costs to consumers.
The burning question on everyone's mind is, will we ever see the pre-pandemic prices again? To that question, Dr. Dowd says,
it will return. Whether it goes down back to approximately 2%, that has yet to be, we have to wait to see if that actually happens.
Economists say the major thing to take away is that consumers play a huge role in setting prices for commodities. Live in the newsroom, Tiara Medley, UT10 News.
Thank you, Tiara. According to economists, one extra thing to know is that inflation doesn't affect everyone the same way. Those with a fixed income, which is many college students, are affected more by inflation than those with cost of living adjustments. This is because pay raises aren't provided when there's higher inflation.